No, I want to give it a nibble. You know why?
Why?
Because I'm a chipmunk, Mom.
And chipmunks eat poop?
I'm a chipmunk.
Sounds
Mom.
about right.
Chipmunks eat their own poop, especially if they're grandma.
That's not your own poop. That's
Feed
somebody
me.
else's poop.
Feed me that, little girl.
There you go, Grandma.
Oh, wow. I love
bet you're
hanging out
good
with
at-
Grandma.
This is a great time.
I'm a poop-eating, emoji-loving grandmunk.
Grandma.
Grandma. There
like
you
that.
go.
That's what I was searching
It
for.
came full circle.
Right.
That's what I was trying to call myself. Welcome to Good Mythical Morning, Jen.
Good work, baby.
Hi.
You really came through.
Can I
There
break
in the
character?
end.
Did. Yes.
Yeah,
did that
feel free
happen?
to abandon your character. Link, you didn't do too well in the lightning round. I mean,
Well,
that's
you know what?
I'm just saying. I mean, like, we kind of represented a spectrum.
Listen,
really good, like excellent, like pretty good, and like not that
Well,
great.
listen.
that was
What's the point of a
spectrum.
score if you're going to break it down afterward? I mean, it's obvious.
You mean the numbers do the talking?
The numbers did the talking earlier.
Okay, all right. Well,
And the loser
Everybody
should have
has-
to wear this.
Yeah,
Everybody
I
has
feel
their
like
gift.
why that seems like
exactly.
the loser's prize,
Yeah,
not the
Let
winner's.
me see you in that, Grandma.
That looks.
It stinks in here.
You know
yeah,
what?
it's like a mask
It is
smell.
one of the
Is that
best.
you?
No, it's not me.
It's one of the
You were
best
the last one to
masks.
wear it. No, that's the mask smell.
The mask smell.
It's off-gassing.
No, mask smell is.
It's so
if
real.
if you get a mask like for Halloween, you gotta let it sit on like a mannequin's face for like a week before you wear it.
See, that's the thing. I never wore masks on Halloween for that reason, because it just is not a good time in there.
You know what you do when you wear one of these? It's the slow turn that gets them.
It is. It really is. You should go stand
Yeah.
outside somebody's
That's
window
actually
like
really
that.
scary.
That could be a
Hey,
horror
baby,
movie.
it's just your grandma.
Okay,
I
Jen,
feel like a grandma in this episode because
The emoji
I'm
problem.
serious.
So you're not kidding.
I have never used an emoji. I've never used one
even know what to call it.
in a text.
I don't
Okay.
believe that.
Well, no, you know what?
How do you
okay.
not?
I've only used
look
it
through my
5.
text.
I've used it 5 to 10 times. So
Sure.
let me ask you a question though, Link, because I've used it 5 to 10 times, and the reason I've only used it that many times is because I'm self-conscious about it. Because I get to the
No
point.
emojis.
As a matter of fact, my dad, who's like almost 70, he did it the other day.
Oh, my mom uses them now too.
And I was like, I guess I gotta do it back.
Because Christy she doesn't use emojis either, but she sends me like
Oh, that thing.
that thing.
What are those called? Like the Bitmojis, I think. You can make yourself and then put you.
It's like a
yourself in-
big. It's a personification of her
Yeah.
in front of pizza.
Oh,
With that
I
cowboy
have
hat
been
on.
doing that. But check this out.
But see, I don't emoji her.
So my dad, who is
Oh, there's an
almost
emoji.
70, was making a joke, and he did the embarrassed face. But then he also still did in his text, love, comma, dad.
Wait, but he invented it.
Right, so it's like he wrote me a letter that was a text message,
put an
but he
emoji
did
in
use an emoji.
That's great.
And then I was like, thanks, Dad, and gave him a smiley face. I was like, well, he gave
had
me
to do
one,
it
I gotta
back.
give it back. But that's like the only time that I do it. I only emoji back. I don't initiate emojis.
Yeah, I don't use emojis too often, but I do use them in tweets and stuff. But my mom uses them now. Like, she uses them wrong.
Right.
She'll like be like, love you, and do like the heart eye emojis, which seems like a little creepy coming from my mom.
Heart eye.
eyes?
Yeah, the heart eyes. Do you know what I'm talking
You gotta
about?
see. The sad truth is you have to explain
You
us why
don't-
that's creepy.
Is that a heart with eyes in it?
Yeah, but usually you do that of like, oh, like my boyfriend, heart eye emojis.
Google
Yeah.
like Gaga eyes.
Yeah.
Oh, well, she just really loves you.
Yeah. Well, I get it. I get the
Okay,
point.
so tell us this story. You
Okay.
got to tell us this story.
All right, guys. Well, listen,
You've
first
never
of all.
broken up with anyone via
Yes,
text.
I did. Unfortunately. I mean, I touched on this a little bit in my book, but basically I was 15 at the time. So that's my preface of why.
Okay, that's your excuse.
That's my excuse.
Got it.
I was young. I didn't know what I was doing. Anyway, relationship was over. I wanted to end it, and so I did it via text message. But he,
What did you say? Did you use emojis?
I said it. No.
Did you use
You
like
sent
the
him one
heart?
of these.
I
Did you-
said yeah.
heart
Sent
with
it,
the eyes, and
picture
you
of
like
him.
it's
and it was
over
like,
with just a ton of those. Yeah. Just
Was
a
it
ton
a
of those.
was it a long text or was it like
no, it was
terse?
a long. It was a long text. It was nice. Like it was a nice message, but it was like still want to be friends. But of course, that's never a thing that really happens. But I tried, try to be nice.
Did he text you back?
He came to my house, but we were 15. We couldn't drive.
So it took him like 3 days to walk
No,
there?
his mom drove him.
Cross country skied to your house.
His mom drove him to my house.
Mom, I got a really unfortunate text. Let's go.
Can I get a ride?
So I feel bad.
So
okay?
he's knocking on the door, and you're like texting through the door like...
I was like,
hear
I'm
you.
not home. I said I'm not home.
Really?
No, you
Yes,
didn't.
I did.
You
swear.
knocking on the door of the house that I'm currently in? I'm not home.
Oh no, no! I didn't say.
Oh.
Trust me. He was like, "I'm outside. Like, come." That's me at the door. Like, come open it. And I was like, "I'm not
Oh,
here."
you're like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm like,
Oh, and that was it.
yeah. I know. I'm terrible. I'm the worst.
So
Now's your... Have you apologized to him?
Yeah. I have.
what's he doing these days?
In book form. That's good.
He not in book form, in real form. We're like not. I guess friends wouldn't be the right word, but we're like friendly. You know.
Does he text you?
No. See, I don't talk to too many because I'm from the other side of the country, so I don't talk. Keep
The
in touch
texts
with too
don't
many.
make it, right?
They don't make them over
Yeah,
there.
yeah,
No.
They
No,
hit the
don't.
Mississippi and
And
they
it's just
can't.
they never send. So no, but
It's like a cow in a cattle crossing.
Yeah, right.
I apologize. He's doing well. He has a new girlfriend actually.
Oh, great.
So there we go.
You text her?
Yeah. Yep. No.
What's the most, at this point, okay, so you're no longer 15.
No.
But at this point, and this is a question.
You're 19.
This is a
Yes.
question for all of us to answer, and that is, what is the most serious thing that you're willing to text about at this point in your life? Like, what is that line in your mind that we're like, okay, this is a phone call, this is an email. Do you still email?
I do email.
Is that something young people still do?
But I don't email like friends. Like I'd like email about
Two old
like
farts.
just like, hey, what's on the schedule today? You know what I mean? Like,
Link and I will email one another.
what kind of email? Like, are you talking about YouTube?
the
or are
kinds
you
of
talking
things
about...
that we should text about. We'll email each other about it. I don't know why, because we're just like, it's here. The keyboard is easier to get
Well,
to.
I get that.
it's for the legal records whenever
Yeah.
We need to sue each other.
And I like writing Dear Link.
Yeah. Why do you do that?
I don't know.
Do
Just
you
say-
actually?
Best Rhett.
Yeah. Indention. I mean, the most intense thing I've ever done via...
Always. Sometimes I do always Rhett, because we're best friends.
That's cute.
The most intense thing I've ever done via text, I think, is probably a pre-argument with my wife.
Oh, gosh. You started an argument.
But you have to finish it in real life.
Well, we actually have the argument in real life, but it's like I know that I've done something that's worthy of arguing over, like getting in trouble for. Basically.
We'll talk about this when I get home.
Yeah, it's like, I want to talk about this when I get there. So it's like maybe that will help smooth it over. It's like, oh, at least he wants to talk about
Car
it.
emoji, like
Car emojis.
And then like post fight, like if it's like you should never you should never go to bed angry.
No.
But then if sometimes life gets away from you, and then you gotta like the conflict is over for the most part, but then you really want to seal it with like a nice little text and make sure it's behind you. So a little, I love you.
So
Do you still love me?
your text
Hey, that's not the actual text.
your text is like your pre-argument and then
And
just
then the
I
post.
love you.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, we're cool now, right? I also don't text that. I don't say things
We're
like
cool
cool, right?
now.
Yo,
Well, listen.
yo, wife.
I
Is our argument done?
Okay, so
Emoticon.
I recently had a text faux pas with my wife, and that was, so I made this decision that, I get into work and I'm just like focused on what we're doing, and I'll, she's not like that. She'll like send a little text and just a how are you doing kind of text. So I was like,
a twinkle text.
I need to do this, and so I made myself a reminder to break me out of my workflow to send my wife a text.
Don't tell her.
Well, she already knows. You think I'd be telling the story if that wasn't the end of it? So it was for 10:30 on like a Monday, and I sent her a text like on a 10:30 at a Monday, and she was like, "That's so sweet" or something. And then like 2 Mondays later, it was like 10:30 again, and I sent another text, and she texted me back, and she was like,
She caught on.
did you set a reminder to text me? And I was like,
Busted emoticon.
I was like, yes, I did. And we had this long conversation, and she was like, you know what? In the early part of our marriage, I would have been upset about this, but now I'm mature enough to know that your intention in setting a reminder to text me was because you care for me and you know that you're going to just get involved in your work. And she was like, so I actually am going to say, I appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit lame, but I appreciate the intention. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to set all kinds of crazy reminders now. They're not always going to be 10:30 on a Monday.
Oh, yeah, I got it right
They're just
now.
going to be anytime.
Here we go.
And every time.
Siri, set a reminder for me to text my wife something cute and twinkly, but at random times so that she doesn't pick up on the fact that I'm scheduling this.
Yes.
Love you.
Let's see.
Do you tell Siri you love you?
Okay, I'll remind you.
Text my wife something cute and twinkly, but at random times that she doesn't pick up on the fact that I'm scheduling this. Love you.
That's what the reminder is.
But it's just a reminder.
But it's literally a
I think
reminder.
you're going to get that
Schedule it.
once. I think you're going to get that once.
No, I need you to schedule random reminders across my calendar to text my wife and improve our overall relationship.
But never at the same time. Twice.
What is your wife's name?
Whoa.
The future.
Christy.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, the future.
Christy. Christy.
Which one?
Which Christy?
Oh my God.
She laughed
She's
back.
laughing.
She's like, I know. I know. I'm funny.
Just pick one.
I'm sorry.
That's right. That's not appropriate. Christy Neal.
Here's the contact info for Christy Neal.
Don't say it out loud.
Oh.
I'll take care of this later.
Yeah.
I've never seen somebody use Siri so successfully.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh?
You ever dumped anybody using Siri?
No, but that's my next person I date.
You know
I'm
what?
gonna
I
dump
wonder if
the
that's
Siri.
happened. Siri, dump this person for me.
And they like write an endearing text. Siri writes
That's
it
gonna,
for
by
them.
2020,
That
all
has to
relationships will end that way.
You know what? Work on that. Keep us posted. Thanks for coming in.
And thanks for having me.
High fives all around. Always.